Hello everybody, welcome back to Book Bar and welcome to a super fun rec video. Today I'm going to be doing my slow burn recs that are not Mariana Zapata. So slow burns that are not Mariana Zapata. We all know that Mariana Zapata is the queen of the slow burn. So any book that she writes is going to have it. I have read 3. I love them all. I will link the wrap-ups that I talk about, 2 of them. Which was my February wrap-up and my June wrap-up. I'll link them. So to me, a slow burn is anything that, like, the sexual relationship doesn't happen until at least the 50% mark. A lot of these, it's even after that, but at least the 50% mark, they have not, they might have kissed or something, but they have not done anything really more than just a simple kiss. Like anything really. So these are my 10 slow burn recommendations. The first one being, and these are in no particular order, they're just what I saw when I was picking them out. So the first one is Broken Records by Bree Bennett. This is a rock star, kind of small, it starts in New York, but it ends up in like a small town. Marriage of convenience, friends to lovers, with a neurodivergent heroine and a wild party boy rock star who needs to fix his image. And so he proposes a marriage of convenience. It's Jack and Lucy, and I absolutely adore this book. It is one of my favorite books ever. I think everyone needs to go read it. It's on KU. I adore it. But yeah, it is a slow burn. So, it's not a super long book, but it is a slow burn. Then the next one I have is The Gravity of Us by Brittainy Cherry. This is a super slow burn. This is like Mariana Zapata level slow burn. But this is another one with a heroine named Lucy and Graham. And they have a really cute meet cute. They get locked in a room together after Graham's father's funeral. She is like the florist and going to pick up her flowers. And they get locked in a room together, and they end up getting discovered by Jane, who happens to be Lucy's estranged sister, who used to go by the name Lyric, but now goes by Jane, and is Graham's super pregnant wife. It kind of follows them. Something happens where Jane ends up leaving, and Lucy steps up to help Graham out, and they slowly start to fall in love, and their relationship develops from there, and I absolutely adored it. I have a vlog where I read it. It was my collab with Tori where I read books by new to me authors. But yeah, I absolutely loved it. Then I have The Heir by Sophie Lark. This is the first book in the Kingmaker series, which follows the children of the Brutal Birthright series. The Heir is Sophie's slowest burn of all of her books. It's a long book, and I don't think they do anything at all, even kiss, until like the 60-ish, 75 maybe % mark. This is my least favorite of all the Kingmaker books. A lot of people say that this one's their favorite. It is my least favorite. But it's Leo and Anna, and they are kind of in a love triangle with Dean, and they go to like this mafia Hogwarts called the Kingmaker's Academy, where you're split into different houses. There's the heirs, the spies, the enforcers, and the accountants. And Leo is Sebastian and Yelena's son from Heavy Crown, and so he's in the Heir division. And Nessa is Anna is Nessa and Miko's daughter, and so she's also in the Heir division. And they grew up as they grew up as cousins. They are not any way related, because Nessa is Callum's sister, and Sebastian is Ada's brother, and so Callum and Ada are married, so they're like not related, but they grow up as family because their aunts and uncles are married to each other. So they grow up together, and they end up both going to Kingmakers, and there they meet Dean, who has a connection to them, and a lot of crazy stuff happens, and it is fantastic. Again, it's my least favorite of them, of all 3. Of all 5. actually, it's probably my second least favorite, with the Savage being my least favorite, but that's a different book for a different time, because that is not a slow burn. But yeah, this one is a super slow burn. And yeah, but I really enjoyed it. Then the next one I have is my favorite book of all time. I can't do a rec video without doing this one. Just kidding. I mean, there's a lot of tropes that this does not fit. But Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas is a solo burn in the best way. They get together right around the like 50, 60-ish% mark. But basically this follows Jordan and Pike, and Jordan is dating Pike's son at the beginning of this book, and they meet at a movie theater on Jordan's 19th birthday, and because Pike's dumb son, I can't even think of his name, but he gets in trouble, and then Pike ends up allowing Jordan and her boyfriend to move in with him because, again, Jordan's boyfriend's an idiot and does some stuff, and then Pike and Jordan end up just spending a lot of time together and like getting to know each other, and it's beautiful and fantastic. Yeah, slow burn, but one of my favorite books of all time. Then I have Highland Fling by Meghan Quinn. This is a contemporary Highlander romance. It's really fun. It's just a fun, like, I mean, you would think it's lighthearted. There are some heavy moments. Like, I definitely cried during this. I have a vlog. I read it for 72 hours in the Smut Den. I will link that up here. But I absolutely adored this book. It is super fun. It is Rowan and Bonnie is an American who needs a change in her life, so her and her best friend decide to go work at a coffee shop in Scotland for 6 months, where they end up meeting Rowan, who is the son of the people who owned the coffee shop, and Rowan and Bonnie get off on the wrong foot. They're antagonistic towards each other. He's a super grump, she's super sunshiny, but absolutely loved this book. It was so cute. I cried, I laughed, I had all the feels. But yeah, Highland Fling by Meghan Quinn. And then the next book I have is Wolfgang Wild by Juliette Cross. I cannot shut up about this book. I absolutely adored it. It is the first book in the Stay a Spell series, and this follows Evie and Mateo. And Mateo is a werewolf who cannot shift. His wolf self is Alpha, and Alpha is like starting to talk to Mateo, but he cannot shift because there's a curse. So he goes to Evie Savoy, the curse breaker witch, and Evie and Mateo and Alpha is like, she is mine, she's ours, because Mateo and Alpha are one. But Mateo's like, no, she's just a friend. And Alpha's like, no, she's not just a friend. She's ours. We love her. And it is so cute and fun. And there's a lot of like fun stuff about like comic books and like Marvel and DC and all that fun stuff. And Evie and Mateo are just so cute together. And I absolutely adored this. I gave it 5 stars, of course. But another slow burn, because Mateo tries to deny it. He tries to deny Alpha, and ends up, they can't deny. Then the next book is Marriage for One by Elle Maise. This is a marriage of convenience, and you would think that it wouldn't be a slow burn, because they do stuff before like the 50% mark, but something happens, and so they cannot be together really any more than just like kissing. This is Jack and Rose, and I read this for a vlog where I read some of my favorite booktubers' favorite books. I'll link that one up above, but Sam from Sam Reads a Little suggested this one for me, and I absolutely loved it. It was super cute, and it is a super slow burn, and I really loved it. But it's Marriage of Convenience, and you know, I love Marriage of Convenience, and it's a slow burn. Then the next book is Grip by Kennedy Ryan. This is a slow burn, super slow burn, and it broke my heart, and it put me back together, and then it broke my heart again, and then it put me back together again, And then I read Still, and I broke my heart again. But Still's not part of this because that is not a slow burn. But yeah, this is Grip and Bristol, and Grip is Bristol's Bristol is Grip's manager. Grip is a rapper, and Bristol is his manager. And they, if you read the novella Flow, which you should, they had like a weekend together or a week together, and they kind of like instantly fell like they had like, I don't want to say it's insta love because I don't feel like it was, but like they just like during this week they fell for each other and fell hard, and then something happened at the end of the week, and Bristol has closed herself off to Grip. She will not allow him in, and Grip's like determined to win her and to be her everything and to make her his everything. And yeah, it's just, it's so beautiful, and I absolutely loved it. I mean, I love everything Kennedy Ryan writes, but this one especially. So yeah, Grip is a slow burn. The next book I have is The Tyrant Alpha's Rejected Mate by Cate C. Wells. This is Una, who is a scarred heroine. She has never shifted. She's part of this pack of wolves, and she's never shifted. And she walks with a limp because she was in a really bad accident when she was young that left her scarred, and her wolf is like scared to come out. And so she's never really felt anything. She's never shifted any of that. And one day she is serving food because she's a single female and an unmated female. And so she's like considered like the lowest of the low. And she's serving food to the pack. And the alpha, Killian, has this girl kissing on him, loving on him. And Una's like, no. Like all of a sudden she feels this like feeling. And she's like, nope, that's mine. He is mine. She goes into heat like immediately and shifts for the first time and tries to like take on this girl and gets her butt beat because she's super weak because she's never shifted before. And so she ends up shifting for the first time, and Killian like rejects her. He's like, no, there's no way that my mate is going to be some weak girl who has never shifted and is a scrawny, puny little thing. And so Una runs away, and she gets the mating bond taken out of her, and the witch that takes the mating bond out is like, well, he's still going to feel the pull, the mating bond. And she doesn't anymore. And of course they are fated mates, as is the way of the world. And he has an epic grovel, fights for her, and they end up happy, of course. But yeah, it takes a long time for them to actually finally get together after he rejects her, because she is like timid, of course, because it hurt. I mean, for her, for female wolves, when they go into heat, they want nothing but their mate to be there for them. And he rejected her, and she's like in pain, and all she can think about is the pain that he caused her. Like, even though she doesn't feel the mating bond anymore, she still feels like residual pain. So it takes a long time for them to finally get together. And then the last book I have is Getting Schooled by Christina C. Jones. This is a Black Love kind of student teacher. I mean, she's not actually his teacher. She's his teaching is like, her mom is his teacher, and she's the assistant, like the TA for her mom. So not fully student teacher. And they're both, it's not an age gap or anything. Like, he's actually, I think he actually might be older than her, because he went back to school after, I think he was in the military. And so he's scarred. I think he's missing a leg. And yeah, it's a beautiful, like, they kind of get off on the wrong foot. And it's just, I loved this book so much. And so, again, it's a slow burn, and it's fantastic. Then I have a couple slow burns on my TBR. And so the first one is On the Island by Tracy Garvis Graves. This is an age gap with an older woman, younger man. They get stranded on an island when she's like supposed to be his tutor, and they get stranded on an island when he's like 16. I'm pretty sure nothing happens till he's 18, but they're on this island together, just the two of them. Of course, things are gonna happen. Then another one is Archer's Voice by me and Sheridan. I know that it's like a virgin hero who cannot speak. Maybe he can't hear, I don't know. But yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about it. I'm just scared it's going to break me, so that's why I'm not ready yet. And the last one is The Deal by Elle Kennedy, which I'm pretty sure is like a fake dating sports romance. So it's just fun. Goes in a completely different direction than these other two. But yeah, those are the 10 books that I recommend for slow burn, and the three, there's more, that are on my TBR. Let me know down in the comments if you've read any of these. What are some of your favorite slow burns? Let me know if there are any that should be on my radar, and I might possibly do a second round of this because I have a lot of recs for this. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. It really helps me out, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!